Hey everybody, first off I hope the audio's okay. I'm using this camera mic that I've been trying to use in a couple recent video shoots. Recent, that you haven't seen yet. Basically, I just wanted to say real quick before I give an update, before Past Me gives an update. This video was recorded about 2 months ago. If you're a keen observer of my social media or you're just a fan of the channel, you may know that VGSquirrel started July 17th, 2016. And I recorded this around then, probably a week after July 17th. I explained a little bit more there. But life has just been incredibly busy lately. If you can't tell, I'm in a completely different space. You'll kind of see a little bit more of that. It's nothing permanent. It's just, it's going to be like this for a few months, I believe. Life has just been super busy. I've had work. I've been moving. We've been dealing with hurricanes. It's been a lot, and there's still a lot more to do. But I wanted to get this out now. I've been waiting on it too long, and by waiting, I mean just focusing on other things that I have to focus on. But thank you for your patience, and you'll probably see me doing this on the next couple of videos. I did react to the Hero Showcase, which the Hero's been out for a long time now, and I reacted to all of that Nintendo Direct. So I'm going to try to get those up as quick as possible. I don't know if anybody's going to watch it, but I want it for personal, just personal records, I guess, and I love having each Smash Bros. Reaction up there. So just stay tuned. Things are on the way. Just life's super busy. Anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoy, and let's throw it back to my past self. Hey everybody, before we get into the 3-year anniversary celebration, I wanted to hit on a couple updates for the channel and just kind of what's going on. So first, there's going to be a couple videos on this channel that are definitely going to be dated. Like, I recorded a thing for the Wii Shop channel, like, way back in January, and I still wanted to put that out because it's kind of a, a time capsule thing. So I still wanted to put that out, even though it's not really relevant anymore. And that was mainly because I put a bunch of stuff on hold when I did the top 10 Capcom characters video. Second, things have been a bit crazy lately. Just a lot of personal stuff, life stuff, moving stuff. It's all having to do with the current living situation. And also, I've been picking up a lot of hours at work, so, just that's kind of where things have been, why the channel's been a bit slow. And I'll go into it more probably when I'm talking about the actual videos that were released in the past year. And finally, there's Patreon. I am still setting that up. Once again, I wanted it to be out sooner, but it's just with everything going on right now, I haven't quite been able to get it out. But yeah, so that'll be up when I can get it up. No promises as to when. Anyway, that's it. Let's celebrate the past year of VGSquirrel. So, it's been 3 years of VGSquirrel, and I just want to start off with, I'm so thankful for everyone that has gotten me this far. I haven't been the happiest with my work the past year. If you watched last year's video, I was a bit more like, yeah, I'm gonna try and get more bigger productions. And while I did have some big productions, videos that took a lot of time, I just wasn't able to get out as many as I wanted this year. I kind of have the problem of I want it to be exactly how it's in my mind, and I will go to several lengths to make sure it is the quality that I want it to be at. But unfortunately, that makes it hard for me to put out videos because, they do take a lot of time. Like, if you look at the top 10 Capcom characters thing, like, look at all the credits, look at all the footage I captured just for that one video. Most of that was me capturing that. And then just trying to balance work and everything else. it's hard to do that. So then, thus, a lot of reaction videos came out to try and kind of fill the empty space. And honestly, because I like reacting to stuff. I only really the Nintendo Directs, and also E3 stuff. But, you know, I'm not gonna go, like, just react to anything just because, oh, you know, that'll be fun. Let me watch the latest Marvel trailer. Like, that's not what I want the channel to be. But especially when it comes to Smash Bros. Reactions, like, that's something I've always watched, so I want other people to see my reaction. And honestly, I like looking back and seeing the pinpoint in which I figured out something was happening, you know? And all of my reactions, I feel, are very genuine. I actually kind of had to restrain myself a little during the Banjo reaction. Tried not to, like, just cuss all over the place. Okay. So just like last year, I thought we should take a look at the past year of videos and kind of give a little bit more insight on each of them. So, yeah, let's do that. Also, I should probably say, I actually tried filming this once, but I was pretty tired and my mood wasn't quite where it is right now. So, yeah, I felt like I should re-record it. That's why this is coming a bit later, because I filmed it closer to the 17th. And also, I've just been working almost every day, and with moving and everything, it's hard to record. Anyway, yeah, sorry. Let's take a look at these videos. So first off was the Direct on August 8th, I believe, with King K. Rool, Simon, Richter, Dark Samus, and Chrom. The Smash Direct, to be more specific. I think that's probably the best Direct that they did. Just because they announced so many of those characters. You know, with Simon, it was a bit unfortunate because it did get leaked. Even though I totally look at leaks and everything. I totally try to figure out who people are, especially with Banjo. After Banjo, I've kind of fallen off a bit. So yeah, you know, with Simon, it was a bit unfortunate, but they added Richter as well, and that was a huge surprise. And then Dark Samus and Chrom, people were like thinking they were going to be in because of, like, well, at least with Dark Samus, you know, it was one of the costumes was missing from Samus's 8 costumes. And then Chrom, they didn't show Robin's Final Smash at the time, which Robin's Final Smash still has Chrom, but yeah. But, yeah, so, and then I think, you know, the biggest reveal for me was King K. Rool. Simon's cool. The Castlevania characters are cool, but, you know, just with the leak, it was deflated a little bit. But but King K. Rool, you know, I knew he was a highly requested character, and I was curious if he was gonna make it in, but yeah, you know, they definitely, as you can tell, they've definitely gone in and tried to get a lot of big fan requests. My only issue is, I'll talk about it in one of the, well, kind of these other reactions, is I think King K. Rool, Simon, and Richter would have been cooler as the final reveals for Ultimate, like, out of the base roster, but we'll talk about that in a moment. So next was the Nintendo Direct with Isabelle revealed at the end, and they did a couple other cool things, like, is that when the Final Fantasy games were announced? I guess, yeah. And then Luigi's Mansion was shown off, which was probably the coolest thing to me. And then the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle. And Katamari Damacy, yeah, I guess that was everything that was shown there. But yeah, also the Animal Crossing announcement, which I'm not the biggest Animal Crossing guy. Never really played the games. You know, it's kind of a series that I'm not really big towards because I don't quite. I don't quite gravitate towards it because I like to beat a game and then be like, okay, next game. You know, with Animal Crossing, it seems like you're going it every day, and right now I don't play games every day. I barely play games at all. I mostly play it for the channel. But also Isabelle, you know, I thought she was gonna be like an Echo Fighter, so when they announced her as a character, I was kind of like, like, she's fine. You know, she's actually pretty fun to play as. But, you know, I know Animal Crossing is big enough where it can get 2 reps, but it was just never a character where I was like, yeah, Isabelle, you know. But if you're happy that she's in, congrats to you, but just didn't really do much for me. Next, we have the Guardian Con video, also called a video that took way too long to make because I threw 3 montages in there. The driving montage with Hang On music, I believe, and then the Game Attack panel montage, and the the Monkey Bar montage, which I did horrible at. Sorry for my performance on that. But yeah, that video was actually really fun to make, but now I've realized, oh, if I do a vlog, I want to, like, put a lot of effort into it, so I probably won't vlog that much. But it was fun. I'm sorry about the audio on that video. I realized if I even used that mic I had, the audio would not have been great either. Now I'm trying this new mic. I'm trying it on this camera, but you might not be hearing that because I have the Yeti mic here still. Also, I didn't realize that was in frame. Hold on. And as I moved that mic, I had to reset the audio because the mic apparently disconnected. But yeah, so I'm I'm using the Yeti now. If it keeps working on me. Anyway, unless that mic sounds better, then I might use that. We'll put what audio I used. So yeah, sorry if the audio's different. My bad. But yeah, Guardian Con. So yeah, we had those 3 montages in and everything. Yeah, sorry about the audio on that. That's what I was saying. But yeah, so now I have a new mic that hopefully works better, and hopefully a video I release at some point has better audio than a vlog, because there's a video I want to do where I have to kind of walk around to do it. Maybe you'll be able to find out what it is. I keep staring at my face, so sorry. What else? Oh, but yeah, as always, it's great to meet up with Craig and Bolin, and I had seen them one more time. I went to Drinking Around the World with them in October, and then just very recently, just a couple weeks back, I went to the most recent Guardian Con. I didn't really film that. I only stayed for a day. Couldn't quite do the 2-day thing this time, even though it was closer, because it was in Orlando this year. But just couldn't quite do it. But I'll put this clip up of Craig bringing me on stage. That was really cool. I put it on Instagram. Yeah, that was a really cool moment. Here it is.
All right, that's nice. Hi, everybody. No, don't sit your asses down. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're like, oh, it's good. It's good. No, no, no. That's okay. It's okay, Squirrel. You can sit down. Real quick, can we just stop down for a second? Come here, Squirrel. Come on up. Come on up. Let's get a quick shot. Hurry up around here.
Run, Squirrel.
Quick.
Come on.
Okay, this is VGSquirrel. I've known him for a better part of a decade. I've been making content online since 2006. He's been with me the entire way. I will hug him. This is the official, look at this. This is the official smile of Game Attack. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. Look at that smile. Look at that.
Looking good.
Man, look at him go. Get out of here. All right.
Hey, no, sir. No, sir.
It was not his butt. It was off to the side.
No, sir.
That's assault, brother.
Cosplay is not consent.
Oh,
Don't
my fault. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to do a little game show today. We're not going to take ourselves too seriously in case you can't tell. Were you offended by that, Squirrel? Okay, good. Just making sure. All right. You guys saw it. He was not offended. Okay.
Did you like that? Because I sure did. So, you know, chronologically, we're going a little out of order, but yeah, that was a fun time. Didn't really get to hang out with them too much just because I wasn't able to stay the second day, but still, always good to see those guys when I get the chance. Let's see, next was the Pokemon Stadium 2 video. Again, only one game feeder out this year, because I keep putting more and more effort into them. And also, yeah, with that Pokemon Stadium video, the Pokemon matches just really weren't interesting to me. Like, there wasn't really much going on. We were, like, talking about, oh, what's your favorite Pokemon? Oh, mine's Haunter. You know, like, there was that sort of conversation. Mine's Arcanine. Mine's... Devin didn't have one. I forget who he said. Anyway, yeah. So that video, I had a lot of trouble working on that. I had started working on that video probably in March, like, of 2018. So technically in the second year of VGSquirrel. But I was just having a lot of trouble making that video. Just making it funny and entertaining, you know. The minigame section was a lot easier to make fun, but that first bit, not as much. But I think we finally got something that really made me laugh. You know, I guess the creative juices just weren't flowing with me at the time. I think the next game feeder should be easier when I can eventually do it. Just because I think overall, like, there's more entertaining stuff going on, and there might be more I can cut out and make it still make sense, you know? I don't know. Next, okay. So, this was probably my least favorite of, like, the really Smash-centric directs. I mainly talk about the E3 one, then the King K. Rool one, and then this one. Mainly because the two characters that they ended with just weren't as exciting in the Smash space, I feel like. Because, like, a new Pokemon character, like, Incineroar's cool, you know. Taylor's favorite Pokemon right now, at least in Smash Bros, is Incineroar. And then Ken was, like, known, you know. I'm glad they put him in the game, but, you know, neither of those I was like, yeah. And I feel like that's kind of how the internet was. And a big portion of that can be contributed to the Grinch leak, which, yes, definitely did seem a bit ridiculous, but also the direct before, not the Isabelle one, but the direct before also seemed a bit ridiculous. I never fully 100% got behind it, mainly because I was a Banjo fan, and I was like, I still don't believe it until I see them in the game, and yeah, I mean, I talked about it a lot, and honestly, there was a lot of circumstantial evidence that the guy, whoever made the leak, like, could not have, like, falsified, like, the copyright renewals for Golden Sun and stuff like that, like, you know, a lot of little things like that, where it was just like, oh, wow, okay, jeez, like, yeah, this thing might be real. It wasn't, unfortunately. Yeah, I believe Golden Sun got a copyright renewal. I know Banjo did for sure. But as we should have known, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. But I would have liked most of those characters in. The only one I wasn't really super jazzed about was Shadow. Sorry, Shadow fans. I'd rather have, like, Tails or Eggman first. Even Knuckles. I like Knuckles, but I think Tails and Eggman are more important. But I'm also perfectly cool with just Sonic. Yeah, the way they described spirits and all that, and it really wasn't that exciting. It was like, oh, you're taking away trophies, one of the best parts about Super Smash Bros. For stickers. And then, like, they announced the adventure mode at the end, World of Light, you know, which was cool. I've played through, like, I want to say close to the first third of World of Light, because I know it's like, it expands out a lot more. So yeah, I've had fun playing it, but it's not like my main, like, I'm gonna play Smash Bros. To play World of Light. If I have time to play Smash Bros, I'm probably gonna go online. This is so strange. Oh, what? What was that? That is...
That's right. Piranha Plant will take root in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and not as an assist trophy, but as an actual fighter.
That is the strangest thing I've ever seen.
Poison.
Next was We Try Japanese Candy, Part 1. Parts 2 and 3 will come when I feel like I can do them. Right now, when I'm working on videos, I kind of like to work on bigger stuff. just because that's what I have time for right now, like, or reaction videos because it's something like relevant to the channel and can help the channel grow. It's kind of why the Squirrel cast stopped, because each episode was getting less than 100 views an episode. Maybe one day we'll come back and maybe talk about how we felt about Endgame. I don't know. But yeah, we kind of ended the Squirrel cast because it just wasn't worthwhile, because it was like, oh hey, I have time this week to work on a video. Oh wait, I have to render that Squirrel cast episode we filmed, and then like that was a thing. And then also just like make sure all the audio is good in the podcast. It's like, what am I doing? Like, I should really make videos that I want to make. But yeah, the Japanese candy video, it was a lot of fun to do. We actually did it on my birthday, and yeah, there's some great candy in there, but there's some nasty candy in there, and eventually you'll see one of them. It's disgusting. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with that video. I hope you guys enjoyed it when I made that, and I'll put out the other parts sometime, you know, unless... Yeah, no, I definitely still have the footage, so... Eventually, just when I can, you know. Sorry, guys. Next, there was the Joker reveal reaction. That video actually did pretty well for us. It has over 5,000 views, which I know in the grand scheme is not a lot. It's one of my highest viewed videos. And yeah, I can see why, because not everyone was really filming the Game Award reactions, you know? So, yeah, the Joker reaction was something we could get out real quick and be one of the few that actually had them up. The few. But, like, definitely less than, like, when there's, like, a Nintendo Direct, you know? I quite enjoyed how that video went. We kind of caught on pretty quickly, way quicker than most people. And, you know, we were kind of being hesitant, but yeah. When everything's vague, I'm kind of like, I think this is Smash Bros. Like, when it's just like, what are they here for? You know, and all that stuff. I'm like, it's probably going to be a Smash Bros. Reaction. Next was the Crash Team Racing reaction, which also did pretty well. I want to say the YouTuber's Ragged Knowledge. I might be wrong about that, but they do compilations, and we made it into that compilation, which was really cool. And I'm perfectly okay with people putting our reactions in compilations. Reactions aren't the type of thing where I'm like, oh no, you took my clip, how dare you? You know, like, they're reactions. Like, it's not like I put a ton of work into that. While I would definitely prefer you come to my channel and check out my videos, it's not one of those things where I'm like, you thief, you know? Yeah, if you see one of my reactions and want to put it in a compilation, that's cool, you know? It helps out both channels. I'm fine with that. Just, like, don't rip, like, my top 10 Capcom video and, like, upload it to your own thing and get more views than me. Like, that would really piss me off. I hope no one's doing that. I don't know how to look into that. But no, probably. I doubt anyone's stealing anything from me. I'm at, like... I don't think I'm at that subscriber level yet. But yeah, no. Definitely feel free to do that. Yeah, that reaction was fun. You know, I can only say so much about reactions, but yeah. And I now have Crash Team here. I now have Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. I really enjoy it. I haven't been able to do the Grand Prix stuff or whatever, you know, the stuff for like Tana and all that. Haven't really been able to follow up with all that, but I played through story mode and I really enjoyed it. So yeah. Also, some people say this game's too hard. I mean, yeah, like, you gotta use your mechanics to get through, but like, it's really not that hard, guys. Like, yeah, you might lose a few times, but it's not that bad. I don't know. I played the original, maybe that's why, but I haven't played it in, like, a very long time, like, played through it. Like, I played, like, one race or two, you know, a couple of years ago. Let's see, Mario Maker 2 reaction, or, like, that whole, direct. Let's see, I think the biggest thing during that direct was Tetris 99, which was a game I got very addicted to. when I played it, because I would sit down and then suddenly 2 hours of my life were gone like that. So I had to stop playing it. I never did get first. I think the highest I got was like 10th or 11th. I'm a scrub. I'm sorry. I didn't really play Tetris growing up, actually. But Link's Awakening, that's really cool. I'm not the biggest Zelda guy, but Link's Awakening was really cool. And Mario Maker 2, I have not actually picked it up because I didn't play the first one enough. So if that game ever drops in price, which it won't, I'll get it. Or, you know, just sometime down the road, just, I can't do it right now. Next. Oh, this was a close one. So when I was doing the top 10 Capcom video, I reached the point where I was like, I am close to finishing this. And then the announcement of ScrewAttack becoming Death Battle hit, and ScrewAttack, the name, was officially gone. And that hit me hard. Like, yeah, and I'm looking at one of the hats. Yeah, both of the hats I have up there now. But yeah, you know, ScrewAttack meant a lot to me growing up. You know, it was just it is 100% like why I am here doing this right now. And you know, it was one of those things where it's like, man, this is gonna be around for a long time, and it just, you know, whatever reason, it's just not around anymore. But GameAttack is, and I always say that, go watch GameAttack. Very much the spirit of ScrewAttack, and I think they're doing bigger things. Like, go watch the Greenland documentary they just put up. Like, they threw a dart at a map and went to Greenland and put up a whole documentary about that. But most importantly, go watch their Twitch streams. That's what they're doing. Like, go watch GameAttack doing that. You know, they're one of the most, it's like the most inclusive community on the internet. So definitely go check them out. But, you know, with ScrewAttack, it introduced me to a lot of YouTubers that, you know, I wouldn't have found otherwise, and maybe might not have gotten where they are without ScrewAttack, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong, I think they're talented enough, but I don't think they would have gotten them at the rate they did without ScrewAttack. But yeah, so I put a lot of effort into that video. If you look at all the clips, I got a lot of footage for that video as well. Because, you know, it was important to me. I wanted to do it justice as best I could. I didn't want to do a scripted video because I would still be working on it. Because it was too much to say, you know? So I said what I could, given the time. But yeah, so that video I was working on every single night after I got home from school, so then I could, from work, so I could get that out. And then once that came out, I was pretty like, whew, like pretty much after any of my major videos, I just reached a point where I'm like, whew. But yeah, so that video took a lot out of me, but I'm happy that I was able to just try and say stuff about, you know, one of my favorite channels ever. You know, it's gonna be hard to top that. Once again, GameAttack, but it just like in my childhood heart, I guess, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, man, that's very much gonna be a piece of me for the rest of my life. So yeah, anyway, let's move on. Also probably one of the saddest videos on my channel. No, it definitely is the saddest video on my channel. Unless that April Fool's video from year 1. Unless that's the saddest video I put up. Or I eat that sandwich. And it was tough. I'm such a goofball. So here's actually one of my favorite reaction videos. It didn't quite... it did okay for itself. It got like 500 views. Not a ton, but, you know, better than like less than 100. And that was my Joker, you know, the Joker showcase, my reaction to that. Just because there were so many technical difficulties in that video. It was insane, and like I was just losing my mind and just trying not to like go on a rampage with just with just all technical difficulties. But I think it made a great video, like the little montage of me like trying to fix cables and stuff like that. Yeah, it was good. Also, my Xbox One is working now again. It was the AC adapter. I guess those things eventually go out and like just kind of fry. So I got a new one. So yeah, yeah. So I have a working Xbox One again. Let's see. I think we're getting close. Okay. Yep. Okay, so the top 10 Capcom characters I want added to MVCI/MVC4. What a loaded title. That was a video, man, I put a ton of hours into. It just so much capturing, so much, like refining, just trying to really like hone my craft. And I think it's probably the best video I've put out now. You know, in terms of just like pure like technicality, I guess. You know, there's some effects and everything I could have added, but the video was just taking so long. I didn't have time to make assets. But yeah. So that was a fun time. Never really got around to that top 10 Smash Bros. Characters I want added in the video, but Banjo would have been number 1. So, spoiler. But yeah, you know, it was something I wanted to do. And, you know, I'm happy that I finally got it done with. It was one of those videos where, like, I don't want to start promising, like, I'm going to do this video and this video. It's going to be more of, maybe I'll do that video. Maybe this will come out. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Because, with that video, I got sick of it, and I was kind of like, I want to work on something else, but no, I have to finish this video. I promised it. And yeah, the views aren't really there right now, which is also, that's kind of been a big thing this year, is I want to work on these videos. I'd love to make this, you know, my job, but the things I like to make are the things that don't really get views, and I'm hoping eventually word will get out and people will find these videos, you know, because I put so much work into them, and just to get like 100 views it's disheartening, man, you know. And I'll go ahead and go into this now. With this year, there was a lot where it was just like, man, I should be looking for other jobs, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, I should be, you know, getting the house packed away, and that, you know, that's still something I struggle with very much, and, you know, until my life fully gets together, it's something that's always gonna kind of stop me from making videos as much as I want to, because it's just like, man, I should be doing all this other stuff, but I really want to work on videos, but then I feel guilt for working on videos, and it's not where I want to be, but, you know, and, you know, that's, I'll go into it more when I do the Patreon video, probably, but, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, right now, money is a huge problem, like, with everything. I've got loans to pay back, I've got, you know, stuff I gotta do. So, you know, if I did receive a little bit of money for doing this stuff, I'd probably be more obligated to do it. And I still love doing it, but, and I want to keep doing it, but it's just one of those things where, you know, I do feel a little guilty, and it sucks, you know. But yeah, that's just kind of where my mind has been a lot this past year, and it's unfortunate, because I wish I could have released more stuff, but, you know, it's part of the, you gotta be really motivated to do this stuff, and when there's conflicting interests, it's difficult, you know. At least that's where my mind is. You know, if people think that's the wrong way to think, let me know. But, you know, I feel like money things have to be covered because it just puts everyone around me, like, they worry about me and, you know, stuff like that. So I'm doing what I can, I guess, you know. I'm one human being. I can only do so much. So let's continue. Sorry about that rant, but, you know, I feel like you guys should know what's going on, you know? But yeah. Next, there was the Xbox E3 briefing. Overall, I thought it was pretty meh, but there were some cool things like Phantasy Star, of course Halo, Psychonauts, Double Fine going to them, that's pretty cool. You know, at least cool for Xbox. Battletoads, the art design, I'm not super behind. As you may have known, my reaction was kind of more like, cool. Yeah, I kind of wanted more just like looking how they look in the old games. But I think there might eventually be a skin pack or something for it. But even then, the gameplay apparently is great. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, I'm definitely still gonna get that game. Let's see, sorry, my phone keeps shutting off or going to sleep mode. Okay, next, the Banjo video. Oh! Banjo was, I still have trouble fully believing it, you know? It was such a pipe dream for me for so long, because, remember, I said this in the video, I was on the Nintendo Insider forums back in the day, and I made a move set for Banjo, and like, if I could find those old files, which are probably not for this video, I'd love to show them off someday. But I also did a stage builder at, you know, for Spiral Mountain back in Brawl, and back in, or now on Ultimate. I don't think I did it on Wii U. But yeah, no, it's just, I am so happy that they are finally in. Like, when I look back at Nintendo's history, like, when you look at All-Star modes back in the day, and like it would go in chronological order, it just always seemed like there was really something missing in that N64 era. And I think Banjo was that missing puzzle piece. Yeah, boo, boo. But honestly, like, it really is, like, Rare is so important to Nintendo's history, and it's nice to finally have something not Donkey Kong, not a Donkey Kong Country character, but an actual Rare-made character in Smash Bros. And if it was gonna be anyone, it was gonna be Banjo. And I'm so happy for that. Next, we did a more extended reaction to that. That's not something I'm gonna do, really, ever. Banjo was just that one where it was like, yeah, I kind of wanted people to watch have that 3-minute one, because, like me, I was flying through reactions, you know? So then I put the 15-minute one up for everyone who wanted to see, like, all of the Banjo parts, just all together, and just how, like, how much it lifted me up. Like, God, I was, like, floating 3 feet off the ground for, like, weeks. Like, I'm just now kind of coming down, and the hero comes out very soon, which means after the hero, my boy Banjo. But yeah, so no, I am super happy about Banjo coming in. Sorry, I'm trying to get the phone open again. Next is the hero reaction. I kind of want to start doing the Smash Bros. Characters' reactions as their own videos. I kind of started doing that with Joker. I'm doing this because I think it helps the channel more, because when people see full Nintendo Directs, they're like, ah, no, I just want that reaction. Like, unfortunately, people are so lazy enough where they just want to see the small clip. They won't, like, scroll through the full YouTube video. So I'm trying to do that more, especially with Smash Bros. Characters. I'll do it with some games if it's something that, like, really excites me. But other than that, yeah. But yeah, so I did it with Dragon Quest. So yeah, well, I'm not the biggest Dragon Quest guy. It's only because I haven't really played the games. I'm not the biggest RPG guy, to be honest. But yeah, you know, I think those are important. I think they're important games, especially in Japan, so I am glad that they're in Smash Bros. I know a lot of people wanted other Square ones, but Dragon Quest was pretty likely. And finally, the full reaction to the Nintendo Direct. Really cool things, Luigi's Mansion, Panzer Dragoon coming back is really cool, even though I haven't really played the games, but I love that Sega is, like, letting other companies do stuff with their properties, because they're clearly not doing anything. Once again, Link Between Worlds, Link to the Past. Luigi's Mansion looks really cool. I definitely want to play that one. I didn't play much of 2, but 3, with it being on a console, I'll probably play it more. I do like 2 when I play it, just it's rare that I bust out the 3DS. And that was it for VGSquirrel this year. Once again, I'm sorry there weren't more highly edited videos, that it was more just reaction type stuff. This year was kind of mostly an internal struggle, but also just dealing with other life stuff. If it was possible, I'd work on VGSquirrel all the time. That's probably all I'd do, and then, like, see family and friends. You know? But that's just not life right now. I'd like to be at that point, but, you know, with everything that's happened in my life, I've told the story before, you know, we're still dealing with a lot of that stuff, you know? So yeah, we're doing what we can, we're still working through it, and I'll try to be better this next year, but, you know, I can only do what I can one day at a time. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with this channel all these years. And I'm so grateful for every one of you who watch and shares my stuff and does the liking and the commenting and subscribing, which, if you haven't done, I could definitely use that help. But yeah, no, support, you know, it definitely keeps this channel moving. Even just like little words of, you know, hey man, this made my day better, or, you know, hey, I thought your editing was really good. You know, stuff like that just, it really just helps keep the show going, and it really, you know, it really lets me know that people are watching and they enjoy my stuff, and, you know, maybe they want to see more stuff, you know? I don't know, this whole YouTube thing is so odd. But I appreciate everyone that does, you know, comment on my stuff and lets me know, hey, you know what? I liked your video. So, thank you so much, guys. So yeah, year 3, some really good videos, but not enough of them. And I hope that changes, but right now, life is busy, so I'm just doing what I can. That pretty much sums it up. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one. Bye.